This is a short lesson on energy that hopefully will help clarify some of those topics that we'll discuss in this unit. So one of the things that's important to note is that our common use of these terms and our science use of these terms are very different. So this slide kind of helps you understand the difference between those. For example, we might say I'm out of energy, or I have no energy, I have work to do, or I'm going to work. Or we talk about maybe in sports that team was a force to be reckoned with. And those are the common terms. But in science, those terms have a very specific meaning. Energy is the capacity to do work. Work is using a force to move an object. And a force is a push or pull on an object by another object. So it's hard to look at those terms by themselves. They're all intertwined. And I know it's not good to use a word in a definition, but those three words have to be looked at together in order to understand what we're talking about with energy in this unit. So I've got a diagram that hopefully will help. So energy is the capacity to do work. Work is using force to move an object, and a force is a push or a pull on an object by another object. Pretend that I'm the orange arrow. That rock has the capacity to do work. It's not doing anything sitting at the top of the hill, but it has the ability to do that. If I were to push on that rock, that push is a force, and it would cause that rock to move down the hill, and you can see the cartoon where the cartoon character got squished by the rock. This is that same cartoon that allows us to be able to talk about the difference between kinetic and potential energy. So energy's definition does not change, but we have two types of what's called mechanical energy, or energy of movement. And those are kinetic energy, where the energy is a result of something moving, and potential energy, which is the energy of position. In other words, it's in a spot, but it has the potential to become kinetic. So right now, that rock at the top of the hill here has potential energy. As I push that rock and it moves, it now has kinetic energy, and it continues to have kinetic energy as it rolls down that hill. The last thing to talk about is there are different kinds of energy. So mechanical energy is energy of something that's moving or has an ability to move, kinetic and potential. There's also chemical energy, bonds that hold atoms together. For example, water, H2O, is held together by chemical energy. Electrical energy, moving through an electrical cord, those are electrons moving, that's energy. Electromagnetic energy, in your reference sheet that I gave you in the bottom left-hand corner, there's an example of that, but things like radio waves and light waves and energy from X-rays or microwaves, those are part of electromagnetic. Nuclear energy, which comes from the nucleus of atoms, that would be like power plants, nuclear power plants like at Sharon Harris. Thermal energy, energy from the sun or energy from the stove or energy from a fire. And then sound energy, which is the result of vibrations. I hope this will help.